Alright, welcome back everyone. Today we are going to have a workshop on the transformation of quadratic function. So as you can see on my screen, I have my Desmos on my side, and then this is your platform. So let's take a look at the transformation in quadratic function. It has three objectives. The first one is I can determine the effects of the graph of the parent function when f of x is replaced by f of x minus c, or f of x in parentheses plus d, which is outside the parentheses. The next one is I can determine the effects of the graph on the parent function when f of x is replaced by f of inside is b of x, or a of f of x. Then I can determine the effects on the graph of the parent function when multiple transformations have occurred. So let's click on that. Under this one, there are, let's open up some examples. So on this first example, for objective 1, it says, which of the following describes the translation that occurs when the parent function f of x is changed to f of x equals x squared plus 9? So my suggestion here for you to know the transformation, since you are permitted to use your Desmos, is to just plug it in. So under here, if you plug in so you know f of x is the same as y. So this is your parent function, and to observe what happens, you are going to plug this in. And so you know that what happened was, it just from your original, which is the red one, your parent function, it shifted or translated or slide 9 units up. So we just have to take a look at that.
Motion detected at the front door.
Which is, it's a vertical translation 9 units up. So the answer is B. Okay, so for the second example, I just want to go quickly on this one because we still have some examples to go over. So once again, on this one, if your parent function is f of x, just letting you know that when the addition or subtraction of anything happens inside, then the translation or the slide is sideways. So it's a horizontal slide, and this is plus 7. So it's a horizontal slide 7 units to the left. So horizontal translation 7 units to the left. Where is that? That's letter D. Now, to confirm if that is correct, so we're going to take this out. And we are going to put in parentheses. Oh, my bad. So as you can see, it's the same exact graph, except that it moves 7 units to the left. So once again, if it is subtraction or addition, it is a slide. If it's happening inside, it is a slide sideways, which means it's horizontal. If it is like this one, which is, it has no parentheses, this slide is happening whether it's up and down. However, since this is plus, it is moving 9 units up, like what you saw a while ago. On this one though, this is a horizontal slide, 7 units to the left. Again, if you see a parentheses, anything that happens inside the parentheses, you have to do the opposite, which means that it's a slide to the left. Alright, let's go ahead and go to objective number 2. So this is objective number 2. And it says, the graph of f of x is shown in the black, and the graph of g of x, which is the new graph, is shown in red. Which of the following could have been used to transform it? So first of all, this is your parent function. That's what I have here. By the way, guys, if you want to change the color, just click on this red circle and click and hold. and the color will be appearing, and then click on the black one so that you're, consistent. If you're visual, then you want that to be in black. Okay, so let's pretend that this was, because I already changed that. So it's y equals x squared. Okay, I want you to see what happens if I plug this in the way you have it here. So that would be negative
motion detected at the front door.
Okay. If this happens and on here it's showing a triangle, that means that something is wrong with it. Notice that this is f of x and this is a y. So you just have to change that back into f of x so it's consistent. And so now it's going to show you. Again, I want that to be in red, so click on that button and change that to a red, and it should, I'm kind of thinking that's the answer. So let's explain this. So the negative sign in the front makes your graph reflect. The 1 over 9, which is being multiplied to your function, to your f of x, every time you multiply, that is either stretch or compress. When the number is less than 1, then that is compressed, which means that if you're doing a vertical compression, you're starting up and you're starting at the bottom and you're compressing. I want you to imagine those cars in the junk shop that's being compressed. So when you compress it, those cars become wider. So what's happening to your graph is you're squeezing it because you are compressing it. So that means that your graph is becoming wider. And then again, the +2 is moving your graph from, so from this vertex, it's moving all your function to 2 units up. So that's what happened. So again, I just wanted to take the time to emphasize the importance of Desmos. So I want you to go ahead and please utilize Desmos so that you can just match. So I just want to go over all the choices. So it seems here that this is the answer, but let's go over all these choices. So this letter B right here, this is, again, it's a vertical stretch. Why vertical? Because this is 9 times. Whenever you're multiplying, it is a stretch or compress. And whenever this multiplying is happening outside the parentheses, then that is vertical. It affects the y-axis or the y values. So this is outside the parentheses, so this is vertical. This is bigger than 1, so this is a vertical stretch. So that means if you have this as your parent function and you're vertically stretching it, it becomes narrow. So, but you can see your graph became wider. Also, this is not flipping. This is still opening up. And this is a movement or translation of 2 units up. So let's look at this. So this is a reflection. So your graph now opens down. The times 9 is a vertical stretch, which means that your graph is opening down and it's narrow. The +2 means that your whole function is translated 2 units up. So final one right here. Negative means your graph is opening down. 1 over 9 is a vertical compress, which means that your graph is wide. And then this -2 means that your graph had moved or translated down. Okay, so now let's go ahead and discuss some objective 3 examples. So this one says the function f of x equals x squared, which is your parent function, which is already here, is graphed below in black. It was transformed into the function now graphed in blue. Which of the following describe this transformation? Check all that applies. Okay, first of all, we know that so this is a vertical translation down. So it's a vertical slide, which means that it's vertical means up or down. So this is a vertical slide down. So A is okay. Letter B, it says vertical compression. And I can see that it's true because when you vertically compress something, again, think of those junk shop that vertically compresses or compresses cars. When you compress a car from its original form, it becomes so wide because now it's all compressed. So the next one says it's a horizontal translation to the left. I don't see that it moved to the left. I can see that from, and my clue is from the vertex. I'm just looking at the vertex of this one and the vertex of this one. The vertex of this one, the original is here, and the vertex of this one, which is your new one, moved to the right. So that letter C can't be. So let's look at letter D. So for now we have A and B, all correct. So letter D says it's a reflection across the x-axis, and that is correct because now your graph is opening down. So A, B, D applied. Let's now look at letter E. It says it's a vertical translation up. So it is saying that it moved up, and I can't see that. So again, my clue is the vertex. So from the vertex of your parent function all the way to here, it actually moved down. So it is not E. So letter F is a horizontal translation to the right, and that is correct. Because this moved actually to the right. Okay? And then this is a vertical stretch. It's not a vertical stretch because whenever you're vertically stretching something, your graph has to be narrower. So this is just A, B, D, and F. Okay, last and final example for objective 3. All this equation, parent function was transformed. It was reflected across the x-axis, vertically stretched, horizontally translated 7 units to the right, and vertically translated 4 units down. Which of the following equations represent this new equation? I would suggest using Desmos and seeing what happens, but then let us go ahead and just answer this based off of our algebraic knowledge. So, first of all, it reflected. That's your first transformation, meaning I need to see a negative sign. So, therefore, A is crossed out. That can't be. It's just either B, C, or D because I see negative there. Because if you have a reflection, then you have a negative in the front. It says it vertically stretched. So, meaning to say I am multiplying a large number to the front. Multiplying a large number. So letter C is already crossed out because 1 over 7 is less than 1. So it's either B or D. Let's look at this. Horizontally translated 7 units to the right. Oh, 7 units to the right means it's minus 7 because it cannot be plus. Because everything that happens inside the parentheses is the opposite. So if you're moving to the right, it has to be minus. And then, so I'm now looking at letter B. By the process of elimination, I think it's B. But I'm going to complete this process. So it says it's a vertical translation 4 units down. So I'm kind of thinking it's minus 4. So your last and final step after determining that it's B is to check on Desmos. So we're going to go ahead and okie dokie, so if you take a look at this, let's change the color of that one. Okay, so if you take a look at this, it got reflected, so now your graph opens down, and then it had become vertically stretched means your graph became narrow, and then it horizontally translated 7 units to the right, and then it vertically translated 4 units down. So again, use Desmos, and good luck on your test, guys.